Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to Rustoria Base Invaders. Today we are here with EU 7-man, sponsored by the wonderful Rusty Pot, keeping us alive, keeping these tournaments going. Today in the booth, I am Ped, and I am joined by TW. How are we doing today?
I am doing absolutely amazing. Excited to see some amazing Rust today, to see if we can maybe crown the champion of this Rust event today, yeah?
Yeah, be good to see, be good to see. We are currently overviewing this hard points area here. As you can see, BB have taken control of it, and it looks like they are uncontested right now. Hole in the distance there, maybe that's their base, it seems. So they may be going to be causing a couple of problems, but obviously it's 2 points every 30 seconds for the hard points. So these guys can just hold this one down for the whole 30 minutes, and I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy it on the leaderboard. But obviously, on top of that, you'll have your usual Bradley, you'll have the patrol heli. So there's a lot of ways to get points now in the attack phase. So it should be pretty interesting to see a lot more PvP with this. It's the first time I personally have seen the hard point in play.
Yeah, I mean, and especially getting that hard point so early on into the game, that's so huge for BBB. Being able to farm up those points going forward, it's gonna give them a pretty decent lead into this game. It's the only real team that's here to contest it is Hull, and Hull, they're just still kind of at their base. They're even being shot at from different angles, so they'll be having to stay back for a little bit and perhaps watch it as BB, or perhaps just watch BB stack up all of those points.
Yeah, they are. At the moment, they're sat in third. Kill points definitely come into play for both teams, Farah and Sulfur, who are both there at the top two spots. But Hull seem to be the team that are going to be causing problems, although BBB at the moment seems to be holding off. As you see in the far corner there, BBB's base is up on that hill, so this fight is probably going to be taking place anyway. Come time of the raid phase, these two teams probably going to go at each other. Seeming so. It seems like they're very distant as well, the teams today. It doesn't seem like they're very joined up. Usually what we get is like a snake in the center. The clusters are slightly more spread out today. A couple of them close together, but not as many as we usually would with the lower team game modes. But no, it seems like a good amount of teams, so it should be an exciting event.
Yeah, most definitely. It'll be a very exciting event. As all of these teams, they're already fighting each other. This team already taken a helicopter. It will be going down within just about a second, and it's landing far away from all of these bases. So it's going to be interesting to see which team can claim the helicopter for their own. Because of course, every single crate you open up from that helicopter, you get some extra points. If I'm right, I believe it should be 5 points for every crate opened. So fighting for those crates, getting those kill points, and then taking those crates and getting the points from those is a great deal in this game.
Definitely is. It definitely is. It'll be interesting to see which team gets it as well, as there's quite a few fighting and shooting around. Some going for kills. There's a guy there sat on the hill there as a solo, just shooting at a base there. But it seems like this is going to go down quite far away from anybody's base. Still, I'm wondering what the plan is though with this heli, because it's already smoking. So there's going to be a second thought before it comes down and collapses completely. It looks like they're going to go and try and get the crates down there, the patrol heli.
Yeah. I actually love what Ugaboog are doing here, just taking that heli, getting all of that high ground, clearing everything out, and then perhaps contesting over those crates. As all of these teams, they're of course far away from those crates. If they are able to take early on control over this and they're able to keep it, then they might just be able to stack up those points quite easily.
Yeah, definitely. And kill points are a huge difference in this game. You see at the end, teams will be having 300, 400 kills. It's so huge, especially in the 7-man's game mode. A lot more kills, a lot more players to kill as well in each individual team. So you are going to see today a very, very heavy killing in the top 3-4 teams. Maybe around 200 to 400 kills for each of them in the team. So it's very good to see, although this helicopter doesn't look like it's lasting very much longer as the thick black smoke is covering the air at the moment, so it's got a couple of seconds left. And the problem they have is they have people outside their own base shooting them, which is interesting, considering they have guys in their own base. So Lee's there, Eminem, sat outside the front door of Ooga Booga's base, and he's the one dealing a lot of damage, it seems. But then again, when you look from a distance, you can't tell where the shots are coming from down to up or up to down. But But I guess they're just going to wait until this barbecue goes out over here so they can get the crates.
Yeah, exactly. Waiting for that barbecue to cook. As they're just taking that high ground, making sure that none other team are able to take that. And now even the top G team is getting closer, even taking down that heli. All of those players by Ugabug now getting taken down in top G. They will be taking control over those crates for now. As we're actually gonna see a pretty big fight going on here. Two teams, or actually several teams, going for those crates, winning those points. Even Ugabug, he's trying to flank this. He's trying to flank this entire top G team. If he gets spotted out though, he's gonna be dead. There's 4 people right on top of him. Unless he's able to pull off a miracle. He should be
Stranger
gone.
things happen. He's dead now, I think. There we go.
Yeah.
You've got 3 teams there, though. We're all around this hill. Just looking to take the points, but it doesn't seem like the crates are okay to open yet. So it will be a couple of seconds before the 15 points are able to take. Obviously, each crate is 3 points each. But yeah, so I think Lays look like they have it covered at the moment. It's just about when the fire stops for them. If the fire doesn't stop in enough time, it gives time for Sameda in the background to push and to take them. But also, as well, the team across the other side, you know, there's 3 teams in that small space. It's always good, though, because now there's more of an element. You see BBB, though, they're zooming at the table at the moment, just based off that hard point alone. They've held that since the start, and they look like they're going to hold it until the next 23 minutes are over. So those guys will be zooming by the time of the start.
Yeah, most definitely. The flames are slowly starting to extinguish. Lay still having full control over these crates. They still have full control over these crates, so it's gonna be really hard for this team to try to contest for those 15 points that they could potentially get. There's only 1 Lays player left, actually, as the fire is now going out. He's gonna have to survive in order to pick off those points. Otherwise, and another team will just take and steal them, and he's already took almost every single crate. There's just 1 or 2 left, one behind him. I don't think he sees it. It's so bunker. Does he see that crate? Is he gonna go for it? Yes, he does. He gets that crate. He just steals those 3 points from underneath the face of Eminem. That must suck. Just not paying attention for a second, and those points would just be stolen away.
He gets the last crate, though. That'll give him happiness. He got the last crate. There you go. He gets the 3 points in the end. Yeah, I think. Well, Farah all of a sudden shot up there over the BBB team, which could indicate there's a change in the hard point. But nonetheless, here's 2 teams here. One of them looks very, very weak. They have not managed to get an outer compound complete, which means this will be a very early target for a raid. And it seems like people are already aware of that, as Farah have already parked themselves on the base. They've got ladders going up. They've already probably scouted out where they think the TC is going to be. So as soon as the raid phase hits, these guys are going to go boom on this base. And to be honest with you, when the 7-mans, it also gives a lot of flexibility. You can send 3 people to this base, 3 people to another base, and have 1 person sat at home. And you can play it like that, especially if you have a team who are good enough to do it. So it'll be interesting to see tactics with a 7-man team compared to the 2 casts I did previous in January, which were or February, which were both 3-mans and 4-mans events, which are very, very small, and those teams don't really have much space to throw people around and keep someone in base. Or an all 7-man raid is going to be quite scary to see as well. If all 7 guys decide to go to a raid.
Yeah, exactly. And Farah already taking advantage a lot of those extra people just being able to roam around. Like, none of them are even at their base. There's only 1 player of the entire Farah team at that base. The others are just out there farming points, contesting other teams, being annoying, being menaces. As they have almost clawed their way into the top 1 position. But BBB, they're of course still at that first place. Probably holding the hard points. Keeping on farming those points bit by bit. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, just dead bodies lying on the floor. It looks like they're already teams trying to get themselves in. Farah have already got this base, it seems. They
He
already know where
doesn't
it's going.
die
Oh,
either. Oh,
he's just
nah.
been killed off by Nini Wales. Though he's finally been ridden from the base, but now they know how to get in. They have the entrance routes, and they cannot build any more on the Wind Wales team. So I do believe Wind Wales won't be lasting very long either. But is that Farah now outside of two bases that we just seen? Yeah, Wind Wales and Nomb. So they've already got themselves covered around them. They've already seen the bases. Raiden. These guys are a team to look out for, especially on the top spots of the leaderboard, because they seem like they have their head screwed on. They know where they're going. They understand what to kill. And here we have the Puff Girls, and I must say the base is very nice. I'm very, very happy with the sharp design on the top. It looks very, very nice. But the bed placement and the chest placement is really hurting my eyes. So for that, they get a 1 from me. I hope they get raided now.
For how the base looks, I'll give it a good 7, a good 8. Some palm trees in there, get some good atmosphere. Can just chill in there whenever you just don't want to PvP for a little second. Maybe even enjoy like a Long Island iced tea or something.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the size of the compound though. The compound seems to be very overly large, but
yeah, exactly. It seems like there's so many hiding spots. Like every single corner you can just hide in. There just has to be a team or a player or two that decide, all right, we want to hide in this base. We're going to hide in here for the entire time. Once raid phase starts, we'll just hit it because we have all of the info over the base and we know exactly how it's all set up.
yeah, I think they're definitely going to be causing problems. But again, BBB, I still expect them to be on the hard points. To be honest, they'll keep going up in points. I mean, they're on 58 now, taking over Farah, so it's going to be an interesting raid phase to say the least. But oh wait, no, never mind. Hole have completely and utterly taken over.
Yeah, and Hole's the only base that really need his hard point in order to contest BBB. So far, they haven't really done way too much in order to contest it, but they're finally getting on it, and they're holding BBB back quite well so far.
Yeah, they've got a lot of hiding spots down there, so it does kind of get rid of the advantage of the hill that BBB's base has when they can just hide behind buildings. It means that BBB, to take back possession of this hard point, they need to go down and they need to push, which gives Hull the entire advantage. They can just set up and get ready for a push to come. As you see there, we have a guy, Fiennes, trying to get himself down the hill, trying to flank around the Hull players, but it doesn't seem like it's possible. It seems like unless you take the back route behind that nice snowy hill and come around the side, there doesn't seem to be a chance for you to be getting through unscathed. But this guy here, you see Fiennes now, he's managed to run halfway down the hill already. He's only lost 25 health. So, back to 100, he's healed himself. And here's the little man running down the hill. He's not getting hit by any of these shots. He's dodging. Oh, there you go, though. 52,
he's been
51.
Now.
He's trying to dodge.
Such an open area. Yeah, you have to place those walls in order to even get closer, because else there's just no way. Hole will just be poking at you, shooting those holes in your head while you're moving, while you're trying to take it.
He will be distracted though, which means his teammates can run down on the other side. It's always the route to go down. I don't know where he's going though. He is running away, quite literally. He's taking a very hard flank around. It seems. Yeah, it looks
he's
like
taking the scenic
route.
route. Yeah, they're just taking the scenic route. Just taking in all of that air, all of that grass.
Yeah, most definitely. He is looking at all the trees in the background, getting a postcard for the family. But he's using. Oh, and there's a teammate as well. Yeah, this looks like to me BBB are going to be able to take this one back. And although there's two players, they can really cause some problems with the way they've managed to get around. They've only got Foxy at the back hole, so it seems like if they can take Foxy out, which here we go. The health's going down for Foxy. Two players shooting him, and there you go. Dead.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think he's dead. Yeah.
I think he's down, if I'm right.
Yeah, he's down. So now the hole has to move to the backside, which means that BBB can then push down the hill with the rest of the players. He's been revived. Oh.
Ooh, and just gets killed right after that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, got red and a bullet came straight to his head.
Yeah, but a Hole really have to watch out right now. They could be getting attacked from two sides, but still having control over that hard point, still farming a couple points, holding it as long as possible. And yeah, these BBB players, they're getting in there. But Hull don't seem to be budging. They seem to be holding this quite well.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's an interesting one, especially when there's a lot of buildings for them to hide behind. So it does seem like BBB are trying their best to get in. I do think they'll take it back before the end of the attack phase, though. The way they're positioning themselves around the whole players, they're just trying to keep themselves wide. They're trying to spread out around them so they can get as many angles as possible if a single body moves, and they're just picking the whole players off one by one.
Exactly. It's like you're watching a group of animals just go at it. They all single around, and then once they see that they can strike, they strike and they absolutely destroy Hull. There's nothing you can do there. Only 3 people left on the hard point. 2 now. 1, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he's just that gaming show is just there. Or gaming chair is just there, and now he's been taken out too. Yeah, that's BBB retaking that hard point, making sure that they once again might be able to take that first spot back from Farah, who has been fighting those other teams in that very contested area that we saw a bit early on.
Yeah, it's crazy to see at the moment. There's a lot of fighting going on. It's actually one of the most exciting attack phases we've had in quite a while, I think. A lot of points being thrown around, a lot of kills, a lot of fighting, which is exactly what the attack phase is for. It's in the name attack. We want to see the fight and we want to see the killing. And so far it's happened. And here's another base right here, which has not got a complete compound, which probably will cause them problems. And look who's there. Nonetheless, Farah, yet again, they're just scouting our bases right now, the Farah players. They're just scouting our bases. They have got a list of potential targets on the list. They're going to go down one by one. I think Farah could be a potential winner today, unless they fall for expectations. But what I've seen them do so far is very impressive.
Yeah, most definitely. And once that raiding phase starts, I'm wondering if any of the big boy teams that really are contesting for points are just going to try to go for Farah. Single them out early, make sure that they are capped at their points and that they cannot get any more after they're raided. And then you might be, then a team might be able to overtake him and might be able to take that first place. But if Farah just stays alive or just stays, or their base just stays up for a long amount of time, then there's just not really going to be much you can do against them. They'll just be farming points, getting higher and higher on the leaderboard. And oh god, he might be able to take those crates, and he's taking them. Yeah, Too Funky taking a couple crates underneath the nose of those of Foe's conclusion. Just shuts him down before it gets really out of hand. Only able to take 2, but that's still 6 points on the scoreboard for Too Funky. Oh, he just had so he did get more points than that. He just touched him. I thought he had to loot them all.
No, it's a race essentially to get to them. So Farah have got a very interesting tactic though. They are just running in and causing problems with everybody. They've already conquered Win Wales and they've already conquered the team. So I think 10 minutes time they've already got 3 raids around them. Really, see it being any different. I think they've got 3 raids around them. Quite cool. I think it's a good spot for them to be. They've definitely chosen the spot well. They've got 3 people around them who they can probably cause a big problem with.
Yeah,
Full shake as well.
Seem weak.
Four bases. Yeah, very very weak bases. Those 4 bases. So that could be 4 raids. In fact, for them straight off the bat.
Exactly, and I feel like we might just see Farah taking a massive point win today if they keep this going. If they just keep that PvP going, and if they just keep chatting up, showing that they are the big boys on the server.
Yeah. Seems like Bradley's been taking it.
Yeah, Genius just taking it, and no one contesting it either. Oh, what?
They're shooting their own
shooting?
teammate.
Yeah. Okay, I'm wondering, is he not in that team or something, or like, are they not able to see that he has one of those green thingies above him?
Yeah, they're shooting each other. They're all shooting each other by the seams of things.
Just doing some aim training then.
They're all actually there. The whole Genius squad.
Yeah, I think they're just doing some aim training
nearby.
at each other, shooting each other.
Getting raided while no one's home.
Oh yeah, that might be a team might just take their rooftop and then just camp it the entire time. Last time I casted, I saw a couple teams do it. In the attack phase, they just took the top of a roof of a base And then they held it the entire attack phase. Once the raid phase started, that base was gone within seconds. There was no chance for those people. But yeah, Genius will have to watch out that that doesn't happen to them today.
Oh, what a surprise. BBB taking it back. I did expect it to happen. They did form themselves like an army, and it's finally paid off for them as they've regained possession of the previous lands that they had, and they're sat on 86 points, so they will not be too disappointed about that either. They've managed to take a very, very good stance there. And the points are definitely showing for it, as well as the kills on top of that. They've been flying up the table. And we've got a very, very high start of the game, so it's going to be interesting to see if we can get a very high points towards the end of the game after raids and defences come into play. And more kills as well, I think, in raiding. So we've got an hour and 30 minutes coming up of pure action. And it'll be interesting to see how many teams get wiped out in the first sort of 10 minutes. We've got 21 teams today. 21 teams in a 7-man's event is not bad, actually. That's probably quite one of the highest numbers we've had in quite a while for a 7-man's event. That's a very high number for 7-man's, which means it'll be interesting to see how many bases are left at the very end, because I think the lowest I've had, it was a 7-man's event and no bases left. So it'll be interesting to see how low we go today.
Exactly. There's almost 100 people on the server fighting for that win today. Fighting for that first place as BB. They're just going to be holding this hard point. No one really contesting them. They will be keeping on farming those points. It's a bit quiet across the entire map. All of the teams just taking their time. Probably just fighting over towards one of the spots. Spara still in the lead, just with 1 point. BBB should be able to take that back any second now. And yeah, there we go.
Yeah, here we go. It seems like this again. Like Top G's base looks quite interesting. It's not the most secure bases, but it's certainly not the weakest. They've got the compound built up. They've got the core there. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of space in there though to hide the TC. I'm not too sure we'll see an advent or not in there. Maybe an advent actually. Some bases now hybrid. They have some advent, some honeycomb, and they just change it completely. They have 3 different parts of the base. But they're looking like the heli is going to come down in a minute.
Yeah, and the Top G should be able to take this heli without a single problem. There's no bases near them. But Lucid is the only one here, and he's the only one that has to fight for it. They might just, yeah, they're going to lose this, probably going to lose this heli. Just off the fact that none of them are here.
Oh dear, here you go.
Oh yeah, and the cavalry arrives.
It doesn't seem over the hill all the Top G players are coming to take this heli as Lucid just got rinsed. He nearly died to the heli. Looks like damage on the boy as we just see the helicopter start to disintegrate in the sky, so it can't be too far until this heli's dropping and giving them points. Yeah, as you said, they're the only team around. If it lands next to that hill, that's perfect for them. They've got nice cover with the hill, and it looks like it may...
Oh, actually...
Oh, never mind, it's still going. It looks like it's going to go all the way. It's miles away, it's fluid.
Oh, it's just running away. Holy... This might just be very bad for Top G. And oh, there's another team here.
Genius is there. Genius have managed to come from Bradley. It's just down the road, really, Bradley. It is right on them.
Oh no!
So now they've got a fight on their hands.
That's disaster for Top G, though. They cannot defend this from their base. If Genius is able to get enough people over here, they might be able to defend this very well. You see them placing those walls, trying to extend time, making sure that they're able to survive, able to get the cavalry in there. These Top G players, they need to fight for this, because they made a big mistake not getting that heli down on the right in a good position.
Yeah, I don't think it's the greatest of situations as Genius now come running from the hills from Bradley to come and take these extra points. Genius on the table, they're not in the top 10. Neither are their Top G team. Top G are actually bottom place. Genius are 15th. So both teams need points quite urgently to get themselves up on the board. But you know, the raid phase comes next in just 5 minutes time when the excitement is about to boom and start.
And in that
Always
race
fun.
phase, we'll have to see what team will be getting eliminated quickly. Usually a team or two just will be taken down within seconds. This time
Yeah.
around, these top G players, they seem to have been cleaned up within seconds. Since our Genius team has just taken over this heli, and those will be their points no matter what. Only one or two of those top G players left to fight it, and well, look at this from the left side. These BBB players, once again, they sent 3 people here in order to get those 15 points. BBB just want to contest everything around the map. They want to keep on going. They see that Lays and Farah are near them in terms of points, and they see that they need more. So they immediately go for that heli, seeing that there's no real bases near it, and then it's contestable, and it's just open for the taking. Yeah, there we go. Spotted out now. Top G players know about this. Oh, he's even placing beds. They really want these points.
Yeah. That's a very interesting one, actually. I've never seen someone place beds over a patrol heli. That is I've never seen that before. That is how committed that they want the points here.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're gonna commit to it, then why not just commit to it 410%? Go the extra mile. Make sure that you can respawn instead of just half-assing it, because they are doing a great job here.
Yeah. It's interesting one as the BB players just edge themselves forward. Genius, as you said, they only need to touch these crates so they can go and sort of like a suicide mission, I'd say, and take the points away. So maybe that's the case. Maybe that's what they're gonna have to do in the end.
Yeah, they definitely have to do that, because these BBB players are taking them down bit by bit. It really seems like they're going to be able to contest for this. They're just PvP champs. They will be taking them down one by one. Only 3 Genius players left, and they just have to hope that those flames extinguish really quickly, because otherwise those points are going to be going in the way of BBB. Now, even a flank coming through from a couple Genius players. I do not know if these last 3 BBB players are expecting it. Oh, they spotted it, yeah. Oh, and they're just going to be taken down within seconds? Like, they spot them, and within seconds they're just gone.
Dangerous times. A lot of shooting happening, a lot of danger happening. It's what we love to see, though. It's why we do what we do. This is the real action, the real PvP, the real fighting action that we love to see on Base Invaders. So let's hope we can continue. 2 minutes and 14 seconds till the raid phase. None of these crates being taken, I don't think, yet. They're all still on fire. Top G still coming back, but they are getting dusted. It seems like BBB are getting closer and closer. Genius with 1 player left in that sort of sphere. They're hiding in the bushes, it seems.
Probably
Keep
just
himself
trying
alive.
to rat. Maybe trying to pick up those points just by touching, and there we go. One of the top G players is going for the suicide mission, but he gets taken down immediately. I don't think he got to touch even one of those crates.
Yeah, 5 of them there for the taking. It just depends on which team can get the push. Oh, he's coming in a car. He's coming in a car from BBB. That might be the strategy here. If he takes the car in, he's going to do it. He's got the
yeah,
car.
he parks it. Yeah, there we go.
He's got one.
Touches it.
He's got one. Well, there you go. 3 points more. You got one of them.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if Marta's able... Oh, did he just get up and he got down immediately after? Because if he gets up here, he should be able to touch those crates and get those points. And now even that car providing some cover for Lucid there.
Yeah, they've given cover to another team.
Yeah.
It's not the great one.
Not a great decision, but they're not dying either. They're just... these 3 BBP players, they seem to have been here forever, and they just aren't dying.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, Lucy.
I'm not too sure.
Oh, he went for the touch, but once again gets down. I think BBB should be able to take this, yeah.
It should be theirs. They just... It's like a chessboard at the moment.
Exactly.
Like a chessboard, you've got to play your moves, right? But at the moment, it doesn't seem like we are. We're going the right way at the moment. It's a bit slow.
Yeah, exactly. These teams are just... They seem more interested in fighting each other in order to get those kill points. then in order to, or then taking those crates in order to get those crate points. As now even some genius players will be coming back. They are gonna try to contest. Top G should be out of the fight for this, as BBB have taken basically full control. There's just one genius player left to contest this. Let's see if he's gonna be able to do anything. Oh, his teammate already gets taken down, spotted out. Just not able to get the kill.
Here.
Yeah, and he's touched every single crate. All of those points now going in the way for BBB.
Yep, definitely. He's a very, very good play there. BBB, you know, deservedly taking that one. But the boom has started. The boom has started, and it seems like Nom will be the first target for Sulfur. There's a lot of boom. Oh, wow. And in 40 seconds, really, Sulfur is taken away. That is one of the fastest raids we've ever seen in base Invaders. It is.
Exactly, and Sulfur just propelling their way into the top 4 now. They weren't even in the top 10. They weren't even in contention for being able to do, or for being able to be in such a good position now. And within seconds, they're just there.
Yeah, well, brilliant stuff. A lot of red dots popping up on the map. A lot of raids happening. Here we have Epic Team. Looks like they're getting taken out as well by SFFEFTD.
Yeah, what is that name? Sometimes I wonder if these teams hate, or if these teams or some of these players hate the casters.
Oh, they do. Every week, there's always one.
There's always just one of those weird names.
Two teams going to be coming onto this Epic Team base, though. Curum coming from the hill behind them. Rockets getting sent in, I can hear them. There you go, perfectly into the center of the base. Be interested to see if any of them can actually take the TC, though. This looks like it's an advent calendar style base. They've got all the doors in there. You've got the Roma Lisa. Here he is. So yeah, no, this is going to be a good. This is going to be a good, good little raid. I think this one's going to be taking quite a while, though. I don't think this is going to be a quick one.
Most definitely, and you're gonna have to, or this team is gonna have to invest a whole lot of those explosives just to get to the core, just to get or find the TC. It's just a game of whack-a-mole, and let's see if they're able to find them all.
Yeah, they're taking doors down with quick concession. They just need to find which one's the correct one. And with a base like this, there's probably 100, 200 doors just stacked up. So it's very difficult to find, and it takes a long time. So I think maybe 20 minutes on the trade alone, unless they can. It is a game of luck. Luck if you know, or if you're lucky.
Yeah, exactly. It
But
could be 5 minutes to take it down. Could be 20. Could even be half an hour.
Definitely, yeah. For some teams, I have seen them take the whole event to raid a base, and it is in the final door that they search. The final door that they touch is the one with the TC involved in. And that is so unfortunate to see. Yeah, you spend the whole event using all your boom, raiding, getting kills, and you end up last place because the TC is the last door you touch. It's a crazy, crazy experience. It's funny to watch, though. It is hilarious.
Yeah, most definitely. And oh, wait, that wasn't even. No, that was not here. It was over towards the other side. Lace now getting even more points, propelling their way into first place now. BBB have to give up that lead.
Yeah, some crazy points already in the top 3 positions. 186, 169. It's really, really good stuff. I don't even BBB has got a raid yet. They're already up there. With a raid, they're already on 269 points. So that's probably their next port of call. But it doesn't seem like the defense for this base is there anymore. This looks like a free raid for Curum. It seems like Epic Team have ran away, or they're not causing any problems at all. So it does seem like this base may just be like a free hit for them. It's just a case of how long can this base last with the boom flying in the doors, and where's the TC? Middle, is it the bottom or is it the top? What side is it on? There's so much to happen here before this TC comes available for them. So they don't have to actually defend their base at the moment, Epic Team. They just need to ride the wave, essentially. Hope that they don't get the right door.
Yeah, hope that they don't get the right door, and perhaps even farm some points of these
them.
players.
They've just cleared them.
Oh my
Wow.
god. They've
2
done
free
it.
players there. Oh no, there's still boom going on inside. That's the problem now. It's like a rat infestation or a cockroach infestation. They're just in different layers of the base. So you've got to run around and get rid of them. But it does seem actually, that it does cleared the base. All the bombs are coming from the outside.
Yeah, and that's the thing with one of these bases. You're able to get so much time. If you're lucky, you're able to get so much time out of the team attacking you. You should be able to come up with a plan in the meantime and then retake it. As whole now, once again, they want to go for even more points, taking down this base, and it seems like another one of those bases where you're just gonna have to guess. It seems to be the meta for now. Just making those bases where the attackers have to guess time and time again. And oh, they find it! They get lucky and they somehow manage to find the TC Maxime getting taken down. It's gonna be a huge point advantage for Hull.
That's the game, and here we have Bug Shake, and they're getting roof raided by Too Funky. Okay, that's very interesting. Too Funky, they can do this actually. The base is so easy for them to. It's incredible. They can just keep firing down, and eventually they can probably remove the entire base. No one's defending it. No one's putting walls up. They don't know what to do for smoke. They're just sort of sat there watching and hoping that the TC doesn't get found, but I don't see a world where this TC survives.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm wondering how there's not really anything you can do against this. They're just gonna be pummeling on top of your base with those rockets time and time again, and eventually your backs might even get taken down. Your crates are gonna get taken down. And that player, yeah, he's not stuck. Oh, that's faster. That's so unfortunate.
Oh, Wind Whales taken by Farah. That's one that we already predicted. Farah were at their base in the early stages. That puts them back to top by 1 point. That's how close it's becoming right now. 1 point in between the top two teams. 2 points now.
You know, I was wondering when Farah were gonna take down the base. They seem to be very aggressive in that attacking phase. And now here in the raid phase, they've been a bit quiet, but finally taking down a base is gonna guarantee them those points, and it's gonna guarantee them that first place.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Too Funky now getting into the base. They've already cleared out half of it, so they can just now run in there and cause some damage on the bottom floors, or look for the TC through the doors. Any of that sort of work. It'd be quite cool if they just continue to roof raid really and get rid of the entire base. It's probably one of the coolest moments. It'll definitely be on the highlights.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe just floor raid the entire base. But that's just gonna take so much time and so much boom. I think these Too Funky players just wanna get in there, find the TC, get rid of it. And make sure that they get those points and can go on with their lives, and so that they can even farm more points.
A lot of boom on that base there.
And this is actually a smart idea by Villager Tom, going for the other side of the base, since that the entire one side has been, there's just nothing left of this side of the base. Now him just going for that other side is probably where the TC is gonna be. If Foxsnake prepared for this, the TC should be on this side of the base that's being raided right now.
Yeah, it's a waste of boom in my opinion. They are wasting all the boom economy here on this base, to be honest. I think they need, they're not going to regret it now, but they'll regret it later when they have no to raid someone else and they can't win. That's how you know.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think they're just too deep in, or they're just too committed to quit it now, or to call it quits now. They've invested so much boom into this. They need to find that TC, and they need to find it quickly.
Yeah.
Before they use up every single thing they have left in the tank. That's just not gonna lead anywhere. Where is this TC at?
It'll be up there. Yeah, I think it'll be on the top floor. One of the top layers. I don't think it's downstairs. At the moment, they're just blowing through doors that they've already seen.
Oh, they might just be. They might be floor raiding this, or how do you call it again? I don't remember the exact terminology. Oh, foundation wiping the base.
Yeah.
So that might just save them up even more boom.
Yeah, that is what they want. That's what they'll want to do. Yeah. Oh, there you go. They found it.
Yay! It only took about half an hour. And I miss it not taking it down. That's two bases being raided right on each other. Lays and Ooga Booga, those teams are really close to each other. Lays a top contender to even win this. And they need to take down Ooga Booga if they really want to win this. Make sure that there's no one near you, that you have all the freedom to do whatever you want. And they're already deep. They are deep into this base.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. A lot of empty space around. A lot of doors though. Again, it's more like an advent calendar style base. There's a lot of doors to search. So that in itself can keep the guys alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So we can't let them off yet.
Yeah, it's a very interesting meta that we've seen develop over here. Just all of those, these bases where you just have to guess where the TC is. Seems like it's just a meta nowadays in order to extend all of that time. Because those big groups, those really good PvP groups like Lace, they will come for your base no matter what. And extending time or making sure that they have a harder time finding their TC might even guarantee them more points or a higher placement on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Lays are just looking to open up this base and find the first site of TC. I wonder. Getting rid of beds in the middle, that's a smart idea. Making sure no defense can come back and haunt them. Just clearing out the base at the moment, clearing out the floors, taking the doors down one by one. See where this TC may be, as it is important for them to find it. I don't know just yet where it's going to be going.
Actually, they haven't. They haven't taken out all of those beds. I'm wondering if they decide not to take down those beds, so that these players or these Ooga Booga players can respawn there, and they can just be farming up those points of the. They can just farm up those kills, farm up those points of the people just spawning there.
Yeah, it's a shout. Yeah, they might be doing that. That's a very good good thing.
Might be a good idea for them to do, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. But I'm pretty sure that we can hope here for their survival. But at the moment, it's not looking great. They've got turrets on the top, but no one's coming from the top, so I don't think it will be at the top. I think we're looking at the bottom of the base here for the TC.
Yeah, most definitely. But it's just a matter of time for Ooga Booga by now. They should be taken down any moment now.
Yeah. Well, here's Epic team again, still going, still fighting. It looks like Kareem, maybe at their base hole or at the base next to them with the SFG guys. Kareem still on this raid with the Epic team, still not able to make it happen. They've been there for a while, and it is Buga's team actually, and Lil Pick. So these guys aren't bad. And Nikita. That's three scary names right there. Oh. There you go. As soon as we come, that shot there must have been the TC, I'd imagine.
Yeah, most definitely. Just kind of that caster's curse. Once you start doing or thinking about something, it just happens. Or
yeah, definitely.
Just hit the perfect timing somehow there. So we're gonna, or SHO is gonna have to hope that they hit the perfect timing on SFF here. Trying to take down their base. They're slowly starting to raid it, not really committing too much just yet. The boom will now start coming out and will now start to be chipping into this base bit by bit.
Yeah. Oh yes, there you go. Boom coming out. Very, very good there. Shots fired quite literally by Hole. Hole have been very strong as well. They've just fell off a little bit now. They're sat in 8th place. The top three looks quite close together. Then when it gets the distances between 3rd and 4th place, it's 50, nearly 50 points. I think it's 49 points exactly, which isn't a very close margin, unfortunately.
Yeah, not at all. So yeah, we can look at the top 3 teams here. Farah, Lays, and BBB. all of those three teams are teams that in the attacking phase were aggressive, were farming up a lot of points. And that seems to be what you really need to do in these kind of tournaments. You need to be aggressive in this attacking phase, take over like a hard point, maybe take over those helicopters, and then once this raiding phase starts, just go for those bases, go for those TCs, get those 50 points. As now looks like SFF are gonna have to go up against a barrage of rockets going into their base.
Yeah, that is, they're not stopping either, it's just consistent. And as soon as I say that, they stop. Wow. But now,
Cast the skills, baby.
yeah, stressful. But Hole now coming to clear back, push back SFG again into their own base. Genius eliminated by BBB, that's huge for BBB. Again, gives them now the lead on Lays.
Yeah.
I mean, Lays have got a raid as well.
Do that.
Wait, maybe not. No. I'm being dumb now. They were in third and then they came to first. Yeah, really good for BBB though.
Yeah, these three top three teams, they just are dogfighting against each other, one-upping each other bit by bit by bit. Whenever someone else gets a raid, gets a TC, gets a raid done, one of that top three or one of the other teams will definitely be going for a raid immediately, just to stay in that top contention fight, because they've been doing that really well. Kareem is the only one that's kind of near them, and they are still basically 100 points away from the third place. Seems like it's just a fight between BBB, Lays, and Farah today.
Yeah. It's brilliant shooting. Just waiting to find out where shots are going to come into play here. Interesting though. Waiting for someone to open up the base here, to open up the TC, but at the moment it doesn't seem possible. Puff Girls looks like they're dancing around at the top, doing a salsa dance.
Yeah, doing the cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, forwards and backwards, just stomping around. No real rhyme or reason. There you go. The cha-cha-cha.
Just trying to stay alive, dodge all of those explosives. Yeah, so for they're getting deep. If they are able to get this TC early on, before any of those other top three teams get any big points, they might be able to contest for that top four. Yeah. So at this very moment, these top three teams are just running away with the lead bit by bit.
Oh yeah, they're excellent. They're excellent teams. And, you know, these three teams, the teams as well that in the BBB controlled the hard points. Lays were going for kills, and Farah were going for the bases to raid, and they were getting a couple of kills in the process. They were just looking at the bases, scouting out which bases are going to go for, and they finally got to them. But here we hear a lot of boom around. It's almost like a world war in this one base. We hear a lot of boom happen. Interesting to see if anything's opening up, though. Anything opens up from it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't invite your grandpa to one of these streams, because he might be getting flashbacks. So much boom going on everywhere, left, right, and center. Shit. Yeah, this just does not stop. But it's just one of those bases that you have to invest a whole lot into. And oh god, actually this is Farah trying to contest for this. Oh my god, look at what they're doing. So this was Sofa's raid, but Farah coming in, trying to take those points. They won it. They won this TC. They won those points. And oh god, Farah, they will take it. They will steal it away underneath from the noses of Sofa. Popgoes now getting taken down, and that's a huge lead. But that's some huge points from them.
Farah here again, just flying in there with the raids, the raid merchants, back in with another one. They're just there when you need them, really. They just pop up when you need them. And here's BBB's base, getting a little bit of trouble. Megda, what's the Megda? Causing them a few problems. Oh wait, no, maybe that's not BBB's base. Is it BBB's base? It is BBB's base. Yeah, it seems like they are being pushed into their own base by this team, which would be quite concerning for them, considering they're quite high. And it looks like they're actually running back. now. They are definitely not in a good place. This could be the end of BBB.
Yeah, this could be the end of their reign, as so far they've seen like a dominant team. They've seen like a force to be reckoned with. But actually, they're coming back and they're cleaning it up. It's all up to Classic, actually. And he's going to be taken down one, but that's him spotted out. He will need some backup if he wants to survive over there, and he'll probably be cleaned up any second.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The base is getting taken down here. Shots coming in. Bombs going off. Where's the TC going to be? That's the question. That's the almighty question that all these players ask. Where's the last TC going to be? This hole getting obliterated there as they move further into the base. And they have actually been on this place for quite a while. Kareem actually coming onto it. They've raided behind. And when you've got Nikita, Buger, and Lil Pick at one base, it's definitely going to be a very, very nasty time for you guys. It's definitely going to be nasty. You never want to see it happen.
Yeah, it's just not going to be a very fun time. But this base, this SFF base has just been a kind of a hard point in this raiding phase. Sometimes you just see those some bases being used as hard points in order for teams to just fight while they search for a TC. And it's like some sharks. It's like sharks just going all the way around or just circling their food. If they smell blood, they will all come at it. And this time it's SFF bleeding out bit by bit.
Tank of piranhas. That's what it is. It is a tank of piranhas, and they're all looking to get themselves some more food. But here we go. It's going to be a big fight over the points here. Death after death. Bodies dropping to the ground everywhere. Kill points zooming for these teams. It's crazy to see the obliteration going on in this base, but it seems like Hull have came out on top for now. But they're forgetting the main point of why they're there. They're there to run the base. They're there to get the TC at the end of the day. They need to focus on that if they want to get the TC in the
Most definitely, that's really what they will have to be focusing on. But of course, those extra points getting from those kills, they're pretty valuable. That's something you really want to be getting while you're raiding, just farming up points bit by bit by bit.
Fighting is happening. It's just not really much progressive fighting. It seems like, I don't know, maybe here looking to raid beds down. They've got the bombs down. So this could be a raid right here, right? Although they are very, very early into this raid, and it will see what side the super base. That's a very good flank, but it will be stopped straight away by Rido. And oh wait, from behind, they're getting shot from behind now. One downed. Where's the player shooting at them though? Or was it? No, it wasn't behind. It was in front. I'm losing the plot. It was in front, as you see. Still pushing very, very closely to their wall. Very, very closely.
Yeah, most definitely. Best being placed. Boom, starting to go down. And it's just a matter of time before DK maybe will really start to be hitting this base. As they're actually being flanked. They're actually going to be taken down a little bit. Farah contesting for this. They smell blood. These guys are just like sharks. Every single time they smell something, it's just instantly they're on it within seconds.
Yeah, definitely. Sulfur's going to take this base down. I think they're going to defend very well. As you just see a lot of red marks on the map, red, yellow, green. It's almost like a traffic light system going on down there. With all the, I don't know, maybe players there have got a traffic light of colours going on with their health, which means it's not a good sign. If you're not all green and yellow, then you'll be red, and it's not a good thing to have.
Yeah, you do
Either being that low in
be
health or
red.
being downed. Nice change of scenery up in the polars, and it's Top G getting raided now.
Ooh, top G not really seeming like the top Gs anymore. They might just be going down to the bottom.
Yeah, bottom Gs. I mean, they were bottom at the start of the raid phase, actually. And they are bottom
Yeah.
now in the teams that exist.
They're basically on the bottom of the scoreboard. It's bottom G over here. Getting
Only 13
taken
teams
down.
remaining as well. So already 8 teams have been eliminated in this 30-minute period of raiding, and there's an hour left. So
Yeah,
it might be down to like 5 teams.
Yeah, these teams, they've been fighting each other a lot. They've been going for a lot of raids. It's been very exciting to see today. And BBB, the thing that these top 3 teams are so good at is that once they see that a base is being raided somewhere on the map, they immediately go. They just take it down, or they just take over those raids. As too funky, there's nothing they can do. Those beds are just not set up for them. BBB will be coming in. Just taking him down. Only 3 players left, and they're gonna have to hide. Trying to slither their way out of there. Too funky, there's nothing you can do. Only 1 player left. Argent, best now being destroyed too. Argent, there's 4 players there. What can you do? Maybe able to find one. No, it's already down to half HP. We'll have to take his time to heal up before he really goes for anything else. And is that a rocket right onto him?
It
He just got exploded.
BBB have just taken over the base. Taken over the raid. They've literally just cleared out the beds, made their own beds, and they're just using the exact same tower to raid. Yeah. They've just flipped the switch completely, and now they're going to take the raid. Very smart, considering I didn't think BBB would be alive. They've definitely put themselves together. But already in just 30 minutes, we're sat at about points for the top 3 teams. And that is incredible numbers. They are going very quickly, and it could be a 600-point winner today. Yeah,
I think the last time around I casted this, the first place had about 300 or 400 points. Today we're definitely gonna go over that with the way it's going right now.
Yeah. We're already there now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy numbers.
But I feel like it's more of a thing that it's not really been close today. It's just been 3 teams taking it over and just running away with the lead the entire time. And the other teams are just kind of there, and they're gonna have to abide by the laws that those teams are setting. If BBB, Farah, or Lays say, "Alright, we wanna raid you," you're gonna get raided. Or if they wanna take over a raid, they're gonna take it over. These guys are so good at cooperating and working with each other. It's like a couple well-oiled machines going up against each other.
Yeah. Incredible stuff, incredible. And I'm sure these guys had a game plan before going in today, and they're definitely sticking to that game plan now. And I'm sure they're made up of how it's gone so far. Especially Farah, like as I said to you at the start, Farah are definitely a team who are going to look to win this competition. Just by the way they were playing, like the way they were competing. Lays at the moment are taking the lead, but listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Farah take the win. I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be either with the way that they've been playing so far. They've been doing absolutely amazing, but it's still gonna have to be, or Lays and BBB are still there. They are still in contention. I think at the end it's just probably gonna be those 3 bases left if none of them get taken down a bit earlier. And then it will just be a dogfight about who can bark the loudest and about who can take this tournament for themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
G's base is not getting taken down bit by bit by bit. BBB not using too much boom yet. They're being a bit slow with it. Usually you see a base like this being pummeled down to the floor within seconds. So G, I mean, they've left a lot of doors open. That's gonna make sure that BBB can save a lot of time and a lot of boom. I think it's not necessarily the explosives that a team like BBB has to worry about, because they have probably just farmed up so much explosives that they can keep on going and raiding. For them it's most likely more about time. They want to take down as many bases as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Yeah, you got that one correct, mate. You got that one correct. I think it's just about making sure that they don't mess up at this point in time. You know, they've got it all set up for them in front of their eyes. They just can't mess it up. And BBB, this raid for them takes them all the way to second place, and then there's one more raid or kill points can take them to first. You know, any team can win this in this race in the top 3 right now. But then it gets, obviously with Kareem, it's about 100 points now difference.
Yeah, I do not. Or actually, Kareem have been getting a bit closer to BBB, but still, they need to find. Or they need to raid one base, and they need to raid it quickly before BBB gets this base, if they still want to be in the contention for the top 3. And currently, it doesn't seem like that's really gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's correct. I think you're right there. It's just interesting to see where they're going to go with it. What's going to be the game plan come the end of this tournament.
We're just slowly seeing all of these BBB players creeping into the base now. They've exploded the outer hole, and now they're going for the insides, ripping it out of their bodies. Top G, what is it you can do? Only 2 players in the base, a couple flanking. So their plan is probably just flank around, use those outer backs. Maybe they've even placed some what's it called? Some little crates or some little loot boxes out there with some kits, so that they can flank and so that they can defend this raid from those BBB players. But it's just a matter of time actually now before these BBB players find the TC. These flanks have to come in quickly, because else it's over.
Yeah, you're completely right there. I think it's exciting stuff, as I've said. I mean, I'm really... Blaze mildly away with it. 379 points. They are nearly 100 points ahead of Farah in second place. Now they have put themselves ahead in the lead by Jovi. They have zoomed. 57 minutes on the clock still though, so that gives time for them to be raided themselves, which isn't positive in the finest degree, but a very exciting end now it'll be. Very exciting end.
Exactly, and here's where the time comes in for BBB. They've been raiding this base for such a long time, and they've not been able to find that TC. They need to find it quickly if they still want to rival Lays. Otherwise, them and Farah need to go for Laser's base in order to take them down right now before they're able to get such a huge lead that it's just not, like, that they cannot catch up to it.
Yeah.
You need to be able to catch up to those leads. You need to stop those teams from getting any more points if you really want to win this. If you're still just not able to find that PC.
Here we go. Exciting stuff to come in this next 56 minutes. And the fact there's so much time. Top G was eliminated by BB. They just found the TC right there, right then. Wow, right in front of our very eyes. We've just seen the raid.
Yeah, and that's gonna put them back into contention for this top 3. For this first place, actually 50 points away from Lays. But has Lays already taken a too big of a lead in this game? If Farah raiding a base for themselves too, they need those points as well. And they need them just as quick. They're on the clock.
Wow, 323, 382. It's getting closer, but still it's very far away.
Yeah, most definitely. Lays can kind of just sit back and chill for a quick second, take a breather, maybe even go to the toilets, take a drink. And then once you're really ready, they can go back in, maybe even contest for another raid. Most likely it would be a good idea to contest Farah or BBB for a raid. And then take away those points from them. Farah, they are slowly budging their way into this base.
Yeah. Definitely. They're doing well. They're doing very well so far. I will say they are doing very well.
Most definitely.
They just need to carry on. They need to keep going. They cannot give up now. 55 minutes remaining. We just see all these red circles on the map. A lot of raids. I'm not too sure. I think there might be 10, 11 teams maybe left now. There's not a lot going on with the teams. A lot of teams have been raided. We were on 13 on the last check, so I think we must be down to 10, 11 teams. Very, very close to the mark that I said, 5 teams. We're getting there in crazy speeds. 11 teams it is. Damn, that's the... Wow.
Look at this base from Lays, though. This seems like a fortress. It's a tank of a base. How are you supposed to get in there?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. But I do think
wow.
that's also it's got its weak points, definitely. But I can just imagine how many doors are inside that big circle. It's honeycombed from the outside view. They're defending it. They're rebuilding. They're patching. They've got all the doors inside. Here we go. Yeah, this isn't getting raided today. I'm sorry. This is not getting raided today.
Not gonna get raided. Oh my! Wow. This is a beautiful base design.
If they manage to get raided with this, then wow, they've got a great builder and not good attacking players, but and defenders. But wow, the builder's incredible. The builders that they have in the team have just done an incredible job there.
Definitely, and I can really now see why they've been going for so many of these raids. With a base like this, you can just so comfortably sit and trust that your base is not going to be taken down. And as it seems like Farah, they might be, yeah, they're getting contested by 2 Funky here. They want those points. They're smelling blood. Only one player or 1-2 Funky player left. He's been spotted out, but he's still alive. He needs to clutch this up if he wants any chances to contest for this. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he should have been taken down right now. Farah clearing out the danger. And this is actually interesting to see. This is a weak base in comparison to what we just saw from Lays. I feel like that might come into play later on once those last teams are left and once we see those last teams contest for that first spot. If Farah even make it there.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be interesting. I want to see where it's gonna go.
As if this base has still not been taken down. I feel like this raid has been going on for about 15, 20 minutes perhaps, and they're still not getting any closer to finding that TC. SFF, pretty good base design so far. It's been holding up.
Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely held it for a very long time. I mean, they had Kareem and they had top. Or was it top? You know, it wasn't top 2. They had whole Kareem. They have a whole lot of people inside that base, and yet no one has managed to actually take it. But you know, how long is the luck gonna last? Are they gonna be able to last 50 minutes? I don't think so. I think these guys are gonna go personally. I think the next base to go will be SFE.
Yeah, I'm just calling them SFF from now on. I'm not messing with the weird name. It's just like it's almost as if they were spamming their keyboard just trying to find a name, and they just said, "All right, we don't know a name. I'm gonna put my fist on my keyboard, and that's what we're gonna use as our name." Done.
Yeah. No, you're right there. That looks like exactly what they've done. But it is good. It's good to see. I'm just hoping that we can have a pretty dangerous looking play going on right now. I'm hoping a raid comes soon. A raid's always exciting. I don't want it to stalemate now that all the teams have been eliminated. I want us to carry on with boom, carry on with raids. But obviously boom economy comes as well. Teams will run out of boom very, very quickly in this game, especially with all the bases that they've been raiding and how big the bases are. But I tell you who's not short of boom, Kareem, because Lil Pick lit up the backside like a candle. The amount of shots coming in right now, this base is getting chopped in 2. And if they can clear enough of the middle layer out, it will start to collapse from above. So they could play the middle wipe.
Most definitely, but it's just been a raid that hasn't been like it isn't a full raid. I feel like these teams not really not really committing to it 110%. Whole seems to be the only one that's really fully in there, fully trying to get to that TC. There's a couple Korean players contesting it, but I don't think that the entire team is watching this. The entire team is trying to raid this. Oh yeah, actually they are. Yeah, the bases really they need to actually take down this base. If they aren't able to do that, might be a problem. You don't want any of those bases near you, because else they can just come in at any time and try to raid you.
Yeah. It's if any more teams get involved with this raid, it's just going to be very, very messy. A lot of kills are going to be picked up by different teams and different players. A lot of deaths as well. So hopefully, you know, SFF can hold off. But right now, it's just seeming unlikely. They've got Hole, they've got Kareem, both trying to raid their base. It's not a good time for them.
Most definitely, and I think it's just a matter of time before one of those three top three teams is gonna go for this raid. They might just see, oh god, this raid has been going on for such a long time. Let's just take it over. It's what they've been good at so far.
Well, Farah have been a team we've seen get a steal on Sulphur previous, so definitely is one of the teams that can steal raids. And we've seen it a lot as well in Base Invaders, teams coming in for those last second steals. It's a very effective tactic. You spend little boom, you then get all the reward. Little risk, high reward sort of situation that you have there. Send one player.
Yeah, but talking about actually little risk and high reward, it seems like BBB are going for a high risk play here. Going for a raid on their own against Smegada. They haven't been able to get way too far into this so far. Still, the outer walls are still up. It's not been too much damage to the core of the base so far. And all of these Smegada players, Smegada players, they're still outside. They're still trying to fight for this, but they will be taken down bit by bit by bit. Actually, looking at that, looking at the bottom of my screen, I see Classic and Tanya getting closer to those beds. Already having taken down one, but that should be... No, Tanya's just about able to survive. Oh, and actually, no, he's going to be taken down. Well, that flank is not going to work out. We'll have to see if that flank from the top right now works, because if that doesn't, I think it's going to be all GG's in the chat for Smegada.
Yeah, it won't be great if they go. But BBB, you know, they're a team that have shown us they can raid consistently. I mean, that raid on top G they had, I know top G were the bottom team, but it was very, very quick. And they came off the back of killing an entire team as well, who were looking to raid. It was a whole. They just wiped the complete nut team away and then took the raid for themselves. And within 5 minutes, the TC and the 40 points, that's the total. So they're definitely a team who can make swift work of raids. So hopefully, you know, if they carry on, they can win this event. And as you can see, the boom's coming in. A very interesting interior. Advent calendar again. I'm a those stone doors. It's a very beautiful looking base. It's like a piece of art, but that base is going to get ripped apart very soon.
And yeah, and now in the meantime, SFF finally being taken down by Hull. That raid had been going on for such a long time, and finally the TC has been found.
They'll be happy it wasn't stolen. They'll be very happy because there was a lot of teams there at one point. Kareem got involved, so I think the biggest thing there for Hull is that although it took so long, at least they were the ones to get the points, and it makes it all worth it when you get that raid balance. It does make it all worthwhile.
Yeah, most definitely, and them getting those 50 points will propel them really close into this top 4. Because currently, in terms of positions, we're seeing Lays, BBB, and Farah fight for the top 3. But for the top 4 to 6, you see Kareem, Sulphur, and Ho. They're all really close to each other in terms of points. The only one that's really running away with it at the moment is just Lays, with that basically 100-point difference on BBB. That's 2 entire raids. And I'm wondering, is anyone going to put a stop to Lays' reign anytime soon?
Yeah. Crazy. But no, it's been exciting today.
Yeah, most definitely. This is the raid that lasers have been focusing on for quite a long time. It's just a maze of wolves outside of Taranto's base, but they've been doing a great job at defending this. This is a top team going up against them, and they need to be on point in order to defend their base from being raided. And currently, they're doing a great job at it.
Yeah, they are. I mean, a lot of teams have been defending very well. I don't think Lays have been touched at all, actually, really, by any of the top teams yet. So it'll be interesting to see when Farah come for Lays, and whether BBB and Farah will sort of like do a little truce for a second to raid over their common enemy.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't know if that's necessarily legal or illegal to do in this tournament.
It is legal in the terms of not teaming up, but what will happen is they can both raid the same base without touching each other until the very end. I mean, that's just their strategy, right? You're just using other teams to your advantage. So if someone, I mean, there's been bases that have been raided by 4 different teams from 4 different sides, and that's completely legal. It's just a team that takes TC in the end.
Yeah, that's most definitely.
You can't truce.
All right, that's good, because I was wondering if BBB and Farah were just gonna type and chant, "Hey, we want to raid Lays. All right, let's go at it." And then Lays there's nothing they would be able to do if 2 teams just come at them and team up, and it's just gonna be one ball of death coming at you.
Yeah, most definitely.
Luckily, that's not allowed.
Yeah, you can't truce, but there is. I guess you can leave each other alone and raid the same. They could theoretically throw 14 people at their walls and raid from 2 different sides, and that would be completely fine.
Yeah, you can kind of call a like a peace truce, but not necessarily a real.
Yeah, you can't like ally up.
Yeah,
nothing like that. Yeah, you've got to take each other. Well, no, it's exciting stuff, I think.
Oh, there we go. BBB taking down Semgana. That's gonna put them just 50 or 60 points away from Lace, getting closer and closer. But now I'm wondering what BBB are gonna do here. You see them on the map, so that means that they're close to this raid on Taranto. If I think the play for BBB would be to go for this base of Taranto before Lace is able to take it down, steal those points away from them, and then get close to taking that lead. Because otherwise, if Lays get this base, they're once again another 100 points away from even being touched.
Yeah, you're right there. We just hope for the best. We do. We just have to hope for the best for them, because all the boom coming in at the moment, it's a scary place to be. It's a scary situation to be in. They might be crying. They need a hand. I didn't realise these guys were playing the tournament, to be honest. We haven't seen anything of them until now, really. I don't think I've seen them at all.
Yeah, I'm wondering what place they are. I mean, they're definitely in... Oh yeah, actually, they're 7th place. I mean, 200 points. Where did they get those from? I haven't seen Taranto do much so far, other than really defending this raid. They're getting closer to these beds, bit by bit, inching in. Lays still having to defend them, because if those beds are will be taken down, that's just a lot of wasted boom, a lot of wasted time on this base. And there we go. Is it Mio? Yeah, that's BBB. They want to contest. They are coming in for this Taranto fight, and this is what they need to do. They need to be able to find this TC in order to contest for 1st place.
Yeah, definitely.
If they don't, Lace will just run away with it quite comfortably. The only problem is, though, Lace's base is just inches away from Taranto's base, so BBB kind of have a glass cannon going on here. If they do not succeed, or if they all get taken down at once and they don't succeed, then it's basically just gonna be it, and Lace will take this base without a single problem.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I think that's fair to say. Definitely. I think I want to see Lays get some heat, though. I want to see Lays under the pressure of a raid or a defense for Lays. I want to see how they handle it, how they handle when their walls are falling down, when their walls come tumbling down, like Pompeii.
Yeah, I really want to see that as well. But I think that's, if that even happens, it's gonna be very late into the game that even goes on, because their base is just so strong.
Cheeky last 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, most likely. Or perhaps even after this raid is done, then a team might just think, all right, we need to take down Lays right now if you still want to take first spots. Because if not, if you take down Lays too late, then they might have just taken or gotten too big of a lead to even climb your way back in.
You've got to love it though in the last 30 minutes, because it becomes a bit chaotic. Often in the last 10 minutes, really, for the last team, a lot of the targets will be flying at that starting place 10 minutes, because they want to take that first spot off them, and their quickest way to doing that is by getting a raid. So you see the second. Sometimes every team just jumps on the back of the first place team just to get them out of the tournament. So if that is Lays, which it looks likely to be. 4-7-2 to 4. Yeah, it looks like Lays have got this covered, to be honest, if they can just hold off for the next 40 minutes. So Lays are going to get the heat in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think that really should be the play by those enemy teams. And now Lays, they're getting into the core. They have opened up that outer shell to their liking, and now they will be going in. Russian Terminator having to defend his base from all of those attackers, already taking down one. And he will now take his time to heal.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, it's just tactics. A lot of this game is tactics, and I've never seen a team like Lays be able to come in here when you've got players like Nikita and Bugle playing on the same team. You've got all the big players on the team, and they've came in here and they've managed to absolutely shock the world with the points they've got. I want to go and see who's in their team in the Discord. Okay, yeah, it makes a lot more sense now. The names in the Discord come to me here, because I actually know who these players are now, and it makes a lot of sense why they're where they are. They've got the nice Mango, they've got KK, and they've got, let's see, Witex, who's always on a kill streak, always has been, Jellin and Deathwing. So this team is stacked. I mean, that is exactly why they are where they are.
I'm not way too familiar in terms of players here in the Rust base Invaders scene, but I feel like I've heard of a couple of those names, and it seems like this is a stacked team that's just gonna take down every single thing. It's their game plan. It's supreme at this very moment.
Yeah, usually we see a nice little Purple and Jamesy. Oh, yeah, there you go. Purple and Jamesy playing together as well. Too funky, Purple and Jamesy, and Yogi as well. So that's that. Again, another team, and Moors. Wow, yeah, a crazy team right there over there with those guys. So I think that one is a very interesting event type. I'm surprised they're not higher though with Too Funky with that team. Jamesy and Purple often do very well together. When you see Jamesy, you often see team mans. Those guys seem to stick together like ham and cheese on a sandwich. But no, it is a very good time for Lays. Their team are doing very well, and there's a lot of these players. I think it's the most experienced players. There's about 50 to 100 of them. They just come back all the time, and it's always a big clash between which teams are better. And sometimes you see them playing against each other, playing with each other. Teams change every week, really. So it's good to see. It brings competition to a very big level in Rustoria, and today Lays are the ones topping off that competition.
Yeah, it's very exciting to see, because you would think that it's just all about PvP, this entire thing, but it's just the tactics reigning supreme. Lay's tactics to go for a lot of early points, going for a lot of raids, contesting every single thing they see. It's been absolutely amazing so far.
Yeah, 100%. And I think we're just trying to see now if Lays have the power to keep it going from the whole time, because it doesn't seem like anyone's going for them. Everyone seems to be scared of the mighty Lays, especially with their defensive base. Their base is wow, that's a monument. That should be stuck up on a wall or made put in a museum after today. That base is something else, especially in the only the 30 minutes they have to build it. That is a crazy base.
Most definitely, and that base will make sure that they can just sit back comfortably and raid whatever they want. They're just doing such a great job at it, not losing a single inch, gaining bit by bit on this Toronto team. They seem to be in a desperate situation now. BBB now moving into both of these sides of the outer core have been completely pummeled down. As BBB, they will be deciding to make their way in now, searching for that TC. Hopefully, hopefully for them, they might be able to find it before Lays finds it. 'Cause if not, then we will see Lays just running away with it within minutes.
Yeah, Lays will be too far ahead at that point to catch up. So you have to hope that a TC is found by one of the other teams very, very soon, or that Lays is taking themselves. I mean, BBB is probably the only team to catch up. And, you know, we've seen BBB's base, and if Lays want to go for BBB's base to take them down, then I think that's just going to happen. I don't think there's going to be much of a question about that one. I think that's just going to happen.
Yeah, most definitely. And something that I'm kind of confused about is why Farah is not here joining in on all the action. They are still in contention for perhaps winning this tournament today. But then they need to contest. They need to get those points on the scoreboard. They cannot just sit back, relax, and let BBB and Lays do all of the work and get that huge advantage on them. They need to contest this here right now. But it might already be too late as BBB and Lays will take it. There's just nothing left of this base. They've taken all of it. It's probably just a couple doors before they find a TC.
Yeah, most definitely. Again.
It's so well hidden though, I'm wondering where it is.
Yeah, it's often the game we play. I mean, there's so many doors. Again, deal or no deal, I call it. Deal or no deal with all the doors. And half the time the teams do get no deals. It's a very difficult situation to be involved in. Especially when you've got bases like this. When the panic comes into it as well, you just start wasting boom left, right and centre.
Yeah. It's like that game show where they have to guess what's behind the door.
Yeah.
And behind door number 1, there is absolutely nothing. Behind door number 10,069, there is once again absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and that's the case. It's the case. There's a lot of empty space in these bases. They are just made for decoy effect. They are made to confuse, and they are definitely made to annoy people as well. Because there's a lot of people who will be there the whole base, and it's the last order behind, and it's so annoying when you get that and you realise we've just had to waste our entire event looking for this guy, and it's sat in the base in the last door we searched, and we could have won the event if we'd have found this one.
Yeah, exactly. It's also about gaining a lot of time to just stay alive longer and longer, like Tarantula have been doing here, and keep on farming those points just bit by bit. Because Tarantula, they're definitely not contesting to win this game today, but they are close to perhaps getting that top 4. If they are just able to stay alive for the rest of these 30 minutes, which I don't think they will be doing, they might even be taking that top 4 position. But I feel like it's more just a matter of time before they get taken down. Just door by door, bit by bit, everything's getting destroyed.
That's unfortunately the way it goes, though, isn't it? It's the way this game works. You've got to be sharp, you've got to be violent, you've got to be crucial. So yeah, a lot of teams just play for the placement as well, to be honest. There might be a newer team. Let's have a look at Tarantula. There's... Wow, okay. Yeah, no, every team we've got left's actually quite expected. Yeah, they've got Hixar. Okay, it's a bit of a newer team. They haven't won too many. And then Hole as well. Not really, you know, the most winning players. They're not the most experienced players. So there's a couple of teams there who aren't the most experienced, you know, that are left at the moment, and, you know, good on them. They've survived till the end. But you've got teams there like Too Funky and Farah and BBB and Lays Right, those 4 teams right there. Oh, and Curim as well, by the way. They're another great team. These teams are teams that we've seen week in, week out battle against each other. With teams that we've seen get experience left, right, and center. They're the best players in this tournament for a reason, right? And they've definitely put on a show today. Now, I'm very surprised actually that Curim are not in that top 5. Well, top 4, I mean, top 4.
Yeah, they are a veteran team, and they seem to not really be playing like veterans necessarily today. The game plan just might have been a little bit wrong, but of course that happens from time to time. Not every single game plan is going to be the best. There's 20 teams over here. The chance of you having the best game plan out of those 20 is going to be 1 out of 20 essentially, so them at least getting to 5th at this very moment, it's solid, it's decent, they're still in contention for something, but it's not quite what we were expecting.
No, it certainly isn't. That's why it's even more exciting. This event has been crazy though, no, I must say, it's been one of the most in a long time, so another great event. Players have been amazing, yet again. Still got half an hour of this action left to go, just about. So it's going to be a very, very good half an hour. And I think maybe 2 more raids will deal for the event. With 2 more raids. It'll put us down to the 7 teams. A lot of C4 down there, though. That's a pile of C4 if I've ever seen it. And it seems like, yeah, some damage is definitely being done here.
But still no TC being found. This is starting to get real messy. There's just nothing left of this base. But somehow the TC is just still standing. The guessing game has not gone right for these teams.
Yeah.
But for Lays, it doesn't actually even matter. While this has been going on, while BBB has been contesting for this, BBB hasn't been able to farm up too many points. Lays have just propelled themselves 100 points away from BBB, and Farah have kind of just not really been doing anything. Which I was expecting him to at least have raided a base by now, another base by now, and it doesn't seem like they're really going for anything much. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they are. It just seems like Lays have rolled over and took every other team away. And BBB have realised that, you know, it's such a hard time. Do we want to lose our points? Do we want to get wiped out in a raid attempt, or do we want to just keep 2nd place? You know, they're still, you know, nearly 100 points behind. They've not got any closer since the last time we checked the points. You know what I mean? It's like both teams are going up equally here, and that can't happen. BBB need to go up 4 times the speed of their rivals.
Yeah, most definitely. They've backed away from this raid now. They've given it to Lays essentially, saying, all right, we don't want anything to do with this anymore. We actually, oh no, they're gonna have to defend their own base against Kareem. Kareem, the veterans, coming in closer. Lays for now in the meantime. The moment we go away from their base, they get taken. Lays finds the TC. We were there for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes or so, and the TC wasn't found. We go away from it for 30 seconds, and it just gets taken down.
Yeah, wow. That's how it works usually. That's the production. Always the haunted production. Yeah. Gigi in the background there will be crying now that he's missed that. You know, it's always that decision of for the observer whether to move, and it's unfortunate. You can't predict it happening, to be honest. If it's a dead raid for 30 minutes.
Yeah, most definitely. And by that time we were out of there, it was basically already over. Laser took over the entire raid. Tarantula were just there trying to just get as much time as possible, get as many points as possible before they were taken down. And it seems like a lot of teams won in on this action against BBB's base. Ho and Kareem both just pummeling their way into this. BBB, this might be really bad for them. They were in contention for a top 2 finish today. Now I think that Farah might even be taking it, now I think Farah's probably going to take it over from them pretty soon if they get taken down here.
Yeah, they need to survive. That is the key if they want to keep that top 2 finish. But You know, as I said, I'm very surprised it's them getting the heat rather than Lays. Maybe Lays' base is just too hard for people. They just felt, you know what, leave it. We're not gonna mess around with Lays' base. It's too powerful.
Exactly. There have been PvP chads. They have an absolute massive chunker of a base. Why would you want to go up against that at this very moment? If they have such a big lead, I think they might have already taken the win for today. But then still, it doesn't. Even if they have taken the win, it's still the second place, third place, and all of the other positions. They're still open for the taking. One team could just swoop in and take that.
Yeah, definitely. What happens? The game's a game. That's how it works. It's not fair. People win, people lose. There's only going to be one team that's coming out on top. 7 players are coming out on top to take that $100 prize home.
Is this me or are the Lays players even? Yeah, they're moving in on this raid too.
Lays just one of the points. I mean, I'd be quite happy with them getting more points, to be honest.
Yeah, why not? PvP more, it's fun, right? That's the fun part about the game, PvPing.
Yeah.
I wonder how much FPS a decent PC would be getting if all of these teams are just pummeling or are just shooting rockets bit by bit at each other. It must just be
the old TNT trick on Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. Your PC must just be overheating every single second playing this.
That old chestnut. Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting though. I must say, yeah. Do a study into that. We should Rustoria facts. Get a Rustoria facts going. Did you know that it takes 7 teams on Rustorian base invaders
to completely crash a server? You just have like a huge TNT thing, like just like Minecraft going on.
That's a good point. Actually, the servers are very, very good. They managed to keep up with a lot of this boom action.
Yeah,
we are getting towards the closing stage though. Yeah, as you said, final 23 minutes now coming in. Kill streaks coming left, right, and center. Lay's just looking to take a 600-point lead, which would be kind of crazy. I want them to get 700 personally.
Imagine if they get 1,000. That would be quite interesting. If they just keep on going for every single raid until these next 20 minutes are over.
Yeah, somehow I don't think it's possible right now. Not right now. Maybe in 10-man's events.
Most definitely.
It'll be great. I don't know what the highest number is actually for points.
There's
but
probably
I'm sure the record not too far off what we are now.
Yeah. We might even have a record here.
I don't think there's yet. I think it's yet to be an event where there's no teams remain by the last team standing. I don't think there's been an event like that yet.
Would be interesting. We might get to see that today. Only 8 bases left, and this BBB base should be falling down, making it 7 any second now. As the boom has actually stopped. They've stopped trying to go in. Lays are gone too. BBB have done a successful job at defending their base, I think. It's only 2 Lays players left and 2 Hall players. Other than those players outside there, but they don't really have much control other than those walls. Or other than over the beds. BBB doing a great job. They need to, else they will be losing that second place position. If they get taken down, if their TC gets taken down, Pharaoh will just swoop in and take it.
Yeah, that's true. I love it. It's a mental scenes right now in this game. You just don't know who's going to take it. You can't. It looks like Lays, but someone might be in their base right now, sneaking around.
Oh,
robbery bag, ready to deploy a missile.
Exactly. Imagine if someone just sneaks in there, gets the TC, and they're not wait too far from being or from losing that first place position. Imagine if that TC just gets taken down, and then someone just swoops in that first place position in these last 20 minutes.
It's usually Jamesy who does that sort of thing. James is usually the guy who goes solo.
Is he still in it, or has his team been taken down already?
I think he's still in it. Well, let me have a look. I'm pretty sure he is a part of the Mighty Farah.
Oh, okay.
He's not. That's a lie. Too
Oh.
funky.
Ah,
He's in too funky.
I could have actually seen him go for that if he was on that Farah team, because that would be a huge play for his team if he gets that TC. But since he's
Yeah,
on that
especially-
too funky team, it doesn't really matter if he takes down Lays.
Yeah.
They won't get
He's just
near
getting a
them.
cut from BBB. BBB offering him a cut if they take it. It's
Yeah.
fine. That's what's going on here. A little bit of background trading. These players have got to make a living somehow.
Yeah, definitely. And I think this raid should be about over. There's one Lays player left, and that's all. BBB successfully defending their base from 3 teams, I think it was. Doing an absolute great job, as we now have a bit of a more of a standstill all around the map. Teams trying to poke out, find out whatever team they want to take down now. As it's Sofa actually getting closer to Laser's base. They want to take this stuff. They want to take them down, stop them from getting any further points. But yeah, I don't think they would be able to do that alone. I think they need a
There's not
team or
enough
two
time.
to join in. Yeah, if
I
they
don't think
want
there's
to
really
take
enough
this
time
base
for any
down.
raids to happen anymore unless they've already been going, I think. Unless there's a base that's already injured, that's already been hurt. I don't think it's possible to raid right now with 90 minutes left if the team is solid at defending. Especially with 7 mans. With a smaller man game mode, 3-4 man. A lot faster, but especially when you've got the solid and you've got the final teams who've battled their way to be in this top 8 teams now. I just don't really think there's much room to raid anymore.
There definitely isn't too much, but it seems like these two teams, Farah and Sofa, they think there is. They think there might just be enough time. If they go at it together, and maybe even another team joins in, they might be able to take down Laser's base. If you get attacked from two or three different sides, what can you do against that? It's just rockets coming in left, right, and center then.
Yeah.
But going for laser space might just not be the play. Going perhaps, if I was a team like Farah, I would be going for perhaps Kareem's or Hors or 2 funky space. Something a little bit weaker, not this absolute behemoth of a base.
Yeah. It is.
How
it
can
is
you get in
big
there?
base.
It
a
is
fat
it's so fat, yeah.
It's a bit gigantic. You don't usually see them this big either, so they've definitely been done a one-of-a-kind base today. I mean, I miss Santa and their base. There used to be a team called Santa who used to build a base like the top. And I don't know whether they still play. I've not seen the name in a very long. Be unfortunate if they stopped. But Santa were a very funny team to watch.
They might have just changed the name or something.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a case. I mean, we used to have Nikita and Buga playing a team called Nurek, in 7 man's events, but Nurek is clearly disbanded and they've gone more for the memes now.
Because, and then as well, I'm wondering if how serious these teams are taking all of this.
There's quite a few of them that do take it seriously.
Yeah, in terms of teaming, or in terms of picking the teams, are these top players just mixing teams with each other, or is it like actually the teams just staying with each other for months and months at a time, preparing strats, making an entire strat book against other teams, just like you see in esports like Counter-Strike or Valorant? Or is it just more good players mixing with each other, having a good time, enjoying their Sunday, enjoying some good old Rust base invaders with each other?
I think it's definitely changed. I think back mid 2022, it used to be a lot of teams who would just stay together and play for the next one to improve. And you know, we had the different teams. You had the RNC, who were always the same sort of team. You had with Nuric, and there used to be a team called Capybara. They all had the same sort of idea, stick together for each event. But now it seems like it's gone to more of a mix. And as you said, have a chill out Sunday afternoon, and all the players get along well with each other, so they just have that friendship rivalry. Yeah, teams change pretty much, but you know, you always see the players stick together, like Nikita and Buga and Purple and Jamesy. Those are like you have those little combinations that you know are always pretty much going to be together.
Yeah, definitely. Just having fun together. enjoying their Sundays. This is something I definitely would want to be down to tune into, or to actually play with one day. Could be fun if my PC is even able to handle all of this. My PC already starts to lag with a little bit of boom going on. Whenever my 2x2 gets raided, it already starts dropping FPS.
Fair enough, yeah. But on that point, Alex, if anybody is watching and they do want to get involved in Rustoria Base Invaders, please do join the Discord link. In there, you can find teams looking for players. You can find friends. You can make your own sort of teams and find your own friends there. And you can just learn. There's no requirement to play. You just have to be willing to put up with the grind, because there's going to be a lot of times like that's part of the learning curve. You've got to improve. You come back next week and you play stronger. Obviously, there is the NA event this before you dip your toes in the water and test it out. But no, come into the Discord server and get yourself signed up to play in the next tournament.
Yeah, definitely, and you might even see yourselves on the stream any day soon if you just go for it and you just have a good time.
Yeah, lovely to have more players coming onto the servers, making it more competitive, adding to the competition. We always it makes us casters more excited as well for the cast that we see in front of us. The more teams, because it means the more raiding that is going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe even some rivalries, some stories going up against each other. That would actually be really cool to see. Some of those teams perhaps shit-talking each other a little bit, and then in the server just battling it out against each other. That would be something funny to see one day.
Definitely. Yeah.
For now, we'll be seeing Laser Space being attacked by 4 different sides. Everyone wants to kill Laze. They all want to put a stop to their reign, but they're already on 615 points. No one is going to be able to reach them. Just 13 minutes left. This raid started about 7 minutes ago, and it seems like they've not gotten an inch on it yet. They haven't even breached the outer layer yet.
Yeah, but I mean, was anybody really expecting anything different from these guys? Was anyone? I don't think I was. I think Laze, for me, were the winners. I thought Farah were going to get further. It's a shame they didn't get too far. Into the game.
Farah's mistake was most likely in the mid game, just not raiding enough, not going for enough targets. They might have just not had enough boom, and that might have just cost them it. But Laze, they had enough. They had enough to keep on going for base after base after base, and they won all of it.
Yeah, they did, and they've got the majority of the points to talk about it as well. They're definitely in the most positive force as they're now pushing on to the 700 mark here. You know, we gotta love the 700 mark. If it hits the 700 mark, yeah. I'm not too sure there's been many games in the 700s. I'd think that'd be where the record's around 700 points.
And it might be going into the record books anytime soon. Of course, that's still 80 points away though. That's more than a raid. That's almost 1.5 raids basically.
They do have the defend points coming their way. And with kills on top, it is possible.
Yeah,
they could get 40 defend points anyway from this raiding time. So it is possible. It's just a very tight one. I reckon they'll get to about 650, 670 to 670 points. That's about where they'll be sat around. I don't think they'll hit the 700 completely, but a very high score nevertheless. A very high score.
Yeah, let's put some guesses out in chat. How many points do you guys think Laze will be getting here? Let's see if anyone can guess it right. So I think they might get up to 104 or 640 points, and then their TC might be taken down.
Nah, I'm sticking with Laze. I don't think they're losing anything, to be honest. I've seen this all too many times in Rustoria. I've seen this all too many times. It's all the hype for the last 10 minutes. Everyone comes to raid the final base, and it's like, oh, no one gets the raid, and it's back to the reality again. I don't see them getting raided. They've held on for this long. Why would they not? is my question.
Yeah, they could definitely hold on to this, but as well, there's a little bit of a factor of luck involved in all of it. If any of these teams find that TC really early on, then they might be able to take it. And you now have the production putting $5 on Lay's losing. All right.
Yeah, I'll put $5 on Lay's winning. There you go.
I don't have any money, so I'm not gonna be able to put any money anywhere. But if I had anything, I would be putting it on Lays. Yeah, I would be putting all of my money on Lays here. Because they are looking strong at this very moment. The article of their base is slowly being taken down. Teams now starting to get into that inner core, into that high core wall, or high quality metal wall. That will of course take a whole lot of more explosives to take down.
Not happening. It's not happening. It just isn't happening.
Yeah, that wall's not budging at all.
Even if it does, you know, there's doors, there's so many other things to take into place. No one knows where this TC is right now apart from Lays. No one. Unless Gigi's gonna use his mods. Gigi knows. I'll bet money on it. He's gonna show everyone the TC. Other than that, there's no way the base is gonna lose. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I've seen it so many times with so many solid teams, and you're thinking, oh, it's a buzzer beater here. They're gonna get it the last second. You get yourself all excited for a raid to happen, and then it never happens.
Yeah, but I'm someone that likes to say never, you know? Everything can happen.
Yeah, it's true.
They could just get lucky and find it out of nowhere. But then it's just all about luck.
The sound of boom is actually quite therapeutic.
Yeah, it's kind of therapeutic, a little bit. Just a slight, yeah.
Through the computer screen, it definitely is very therapeutic sound to have, just crashing down, like waves crashing up against rocks.
I don't really think it would be too therapeutic if you're lazy though. Just hearing all of those rockets going or just exploding right next to you, one by one. It's kind of probably, it might just be making you scared because they're getting in close now.
Yeah, it's BBB sending shots in there. And Farah next to each other. Then they're both in joint, as I expected. They're both joint together, just firing rockets as a community at this base. Do you know what though? I'll tell you this now. They don't seem at all bothered, Lays. So to me, that tells me they're shooting at the wrong side anyway. They don't seem at all bothered. They're not trying to patch it up. Although it seems like 4 teams working together here just to raid this base. Kareem coming from the other side though, so that might be where the concern is. They've got that fat layer of heavy reinforced metal around the of this base as well. So I'm on a fingernail biting experience here. I want me $5.
Yeah, so, I'm really wondering where this TC is actually.
I'm wondering where it's going to go. There's a lot of bases, there's a lot of teams there raiding. It's going quite quickly. I don't know where Lays are or what. But it's quite hard to play a 7v, you know, 30, 36, 35 players. It's quite difficult.
I mean, with the way Lays have been playing so far, they could definitely do it. They're up for the task. But it's a big task at hand for them. Oh wow, this is getting close to just the entire inside core it's getting pummeled. It's getting opened up.
Yeah, again, just shooting and bombs and boom. Yeah. It's getting deep though. It's getting deep and still no changes are happening on the side of Lays. 5 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. And Lays are just doing nothing to stop it. They aren't stopping it. It's like
the problem is, what can you do to stop this? There's just so many teams.
Here come BBB just taking out the doors.
I think they're
yeah,
actually going to be able to get this, yeah.
it's a close one. It all comes down to luck at this point.
It's
It
going
all
to be
comes
a
down to
nail
luck.
bite indeed.
Are they lucky enough to find it in one of these doors? Are they lucky enough to find them across there? It's like deal or no deal. It's not there yet. Is it going to open up?
They've almost
Are they
got rid
lucky?
of the entire side of walls here, or of
No,
doors
they're
here.
not lucky just yet.
Like, if they just go by this systematically, these doors should be going down bit by bit anytime
Not
soon.
here either. These doors are fine. Okay, let's move on. Oh, PvP were eliminated!
Wait, hold
There's
up
one
a
team
second.
gone. PvP were eliminated by 2 Funky, and that will
Oh
reduce
my-
so much from Laser's shoulders. One team is going to be cleared off their base. It gives them a slight bit of time now to come back and defend it. That is a
Oh,
massive raid for
no.
them, and it gives a massive breath of fresh air. Sulfur as well taken out. There's 2 teams gone. Now Kareem and Hold the remaining 2 teams sat at this base, and my prediction may have just, my bet may have just held up.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
it seems like it's in the
After-
middle, it's in the midsection.
Yeah, after BBB getting eliminated there, your guess or your bet, it might really seems to be holding up. Because I was not expecting BBB to be taken down like that. They were not aware of a team just being in their base. And it's going to cost them, and it's going to cost them dearly.
Hate to say I told you so.
Yeah, you did tell me so, indeed.
And you,
Farah-
Gigi. Told
Actually,
you so.
looking at this though, Farah, they 4 minutes left, and I think it's gonna be about Farah here. They need to find points. They need to find 30 points in order to get that second, or in order to really get that second place. So we're now getting closer and closer to the end.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right.
Just don't think it's getting raided, mate. This base is like a tower. Hollywood Tower of Terror. It's not going down.
Yeah, definitely, and it's the entire raid seems to be calming down now too. I think these teams are realizing that there's just no way in here.
Now BBB are gone. It's like, well,
Actually, the plan for Farah might be to go for this and to go for it right now because they need to. They need to take down Lays with all of their power. Else, this might just it might just be a W for Lays.
yeah, crazy win if they get it. Crazy win. They've been, wow. Lays have been perfect there. They've managed to hold off that last wave, I think. There's still a little bit of time left, as Gigi is trying to point out to hold on to his guess, but as you can see, the numbers around the base is getting, it's getting smaller and smaller, and it doesn't seem like anybody there is going to be able to hold off on this power getting put into the walls, getting put into the base.
Yeah. Yeah, the numbers are dwindling bit by bit, but it's still they're still trying to go for it. They still want to get in here, find that TC, especially Kareem. They seem very active towards this so far.
Yeah, they do. You're right. Harima just are there though, really. This is over. This is over. Yeah, I think Lays have done it. They have. There you go. And they might finish on the 700 points we guessed. In after all, with just defend and kill points.
25
So,
left though. I don't think they're gonna be able to do it. Over on the other sides of the map, we see a couple raids going on. 2 Funky poking out towards Hole, but that raid seems over too. Only 1 player left there, and that should be it. I feel like all of these teams are probably just gonna call it now. Farah might just go for 1 more attack. Yes, all of these players are grouped up here. 1 more minute left, and let's see if they can do anything. Because they need to. Kareem
Well, the
are
first
here
step
too.
is to start shooting.
Yeah, that is definitely the first step. Now the second step is to clear out those players. Yep, they are. And now they just have to hope that Kareem just starts backing them up too. Because that's really what they need. I don't think they should be able to do this on their own. 40 seconds left and we're getting closer, closer, closer. start booming into the core. Lays have already taken it over. Farah are down. That should be it. Lays taking it today. Well played by
they're getting
them.
the goal.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a way. Farah, they've all been cleared out.
Yeah,
They're so far away and just 10 seconds left. Lays will take it. What a win by them. Absolutely amazing work.
Yeah, brilliant. You know, I never doubted them. Never doubted them. Do you know what I mean? Just never doubted them. I told you so.
You did not doubt them for a single second. You even
I've seen too
bet on
many
them.
tournaments, too many times. This happens all the time. But just look at the statistics. The statistics there for those guys, absolutely incredible. 484 kills, finishing with 711 points in the end as well. As I said, if they get 700, that's a pretty crazy number. So nearly, I don't even know what the record is, but that's one of the highest ones I've ever casted on. So there you go. These brilliant game. They went positive on the kill deaths as well. Wow, exciting stuff there from Lays.
Yeah, all of your predictions coming through today. Lay surviving, Lay's getting more than 700 points. You've been on point
The
so far.
lottery numbers tonight.
Yeah,
Gonna
you're gonna have
numbers,
to. Yeah, you might just have to get one of those lottery tickets. Might become a millionaire after today.
Yeah, well, let's hope the luck continues. Let's hope the luck continues. But no, very, very good game from Lays, as we say. Very good. 3 raids completed, 4 raids defended, 4 kills, 2, 9, 6 deaths. They went positive there by nearly 200 kills. Really, really solid stuff. And obviously they had a player there, Yaki Poloko Kakola, with 96 kills himself. So that's literally nearly getting himself there, which is a very solid performance to have from the side of Lays.
Yeah, it's definitely been an exciting day today. So we'll take a look at the second place team, Farah. They've only got they still managed to get 43 kills, which is not even near what Lay's got. They had so much more. Before conclusion, almost getting that 100 kill or almost getting across that 100 kill mark to himself, but they were just not quite able to do it today. As Lays will take the victory.
Yeah, that's correct. And we see as well Kareem in third place, 341 points there. They were definitely available. Only 1 raid completed, 297 kills to 240 deaths. Really, really solid performance from them. Again, 89 kills for Nikita, pretty much expected. One of the veterans of the league, well, not of the league, of the tournaments. So really good stuff from them, and I hope to see in the NA.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I cannot wait for the NA tournament later today, as this will be it for us for now. The EU tournament has rounded up. Lace taking the W. For any of you guys who wanna join in, you can join the Discord server. It should be down in the Twitch or down below here on Twitch. And if you want to join in and maybe see yourself on the stream one day, just join. Everyone can go. Everyone can join in. And yeah, that will be it. That will be it for us today. As the NA event should be later on in the evening. But yeah, it was amazing seeing everyone here. It was amazing casting with you today, Ped. As I've definitely had a great time.
Yeah, been absolutely brilliant. Can't forget Gigi as well in the background. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you for everyone for watching as well. Some nice viewership today. And very well done to all the teams. Thank you for them for making it an absolutely brilliant event in 7-man's EU. Around, I think, an hour or two now until the 2 hours, just about, until the NA event. So don't go anywhere. Get yourself some food, get yourself some drink, and come back to watch more Rust Boom action. But no, thank you very much, guys. Thank you to Pop for sponsoring, and we will see you this evening for the NA stream. Goodbye now.